Warning. This is a global blackout. Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Surround successfully recovered. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for...
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me, the HNIC.
And what it do, y'all? Once again, it's your boy King Kurt live, and we are back at it again on another Wednesday night, enjoying a little bit of springtime love. No, nobody's falling in love yet.
I just blocked a dude yesterday, so.
What? Wait, what? Why did you have the blocking?
Oh, he asked, so gave him my number. He asked me, he was like, "Oh, what's a good time to call you?" And I was like, "Well, after 5:30, because that's when I get off work." He texted me not 30 minutes later, was like, "Can you call me real fast?" I said no. He was like, "Oh wow, LOL, blocked."
Wait, well, hold on. Why? Wait. Why are we blocking him for being like, hit me up real fast? I'm trying to holler at you.
Because I was working.
Fuck that job.
No. And high key, he was ugly. I was like,
there we go. There go the real.
Mistake from the jump.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Then I understand it better. I was like,
you ugly and being pushy. You can't do both.
You got to pick a struggle. But I get it. But you can't just lead off with, "Oh, he was being pushy." I was like, well,
so no, but that's why I blocked him, though.
No, you blocked him because he ugly.
He was ugly.
I didn't block him because he was ugly. I was questioning my choices because he was ugly. His behavior, follow-up behavior, is why I blocked him.
I always wonder that process in a woman's mind, that where she's contemplating whether or not she's visually attracted to this man, does the self-loathing come in and be like, I could do better than this?
I literally texted my best friend and I was like, "Why is the only thing I attract uggos? This is crazy."
Uggos is wild. Is that the word? Is that what's in these streets?
Uggos.
Uggos?
I mean, Uggos has been in the streets for a few years, Kurt.
Yeah, they'd be the only ones with any audacity, like with enough
I don't be in the
to
streets.
approach me. I feel like.
So wait, help me to understand here. Are uggos not deserving of love?
Which is why I gave him my number. I was like, "Oh, he might actually be really nice." But then when he was doing too much, I was like,
Damn. So you can't be
better.
Okay, so let me get this right. I gotta get girl. I'm gonna get girl math down. Ugly. Shiv, we gotta get this girl math down. So ugly plus an additional struggle equals blocked.
Yeah, that
Okay,
sums up.
okay. Attractive plus an additional struggle equals what?
Equals a maybe.
Oh my God.
It's a maybe.
Okay. So this is like long division. I got to figure this out. Okay.
Right.
Oh God.
I got to see how we get the block
It
mathematically.
depends on what the other integers are.
She said integers. I didn't go to
That's
geography, so I don't know that word.
that's a
All
new
right.
word for me.
So
That's a big word for Elmo.
I'm about to say, Elmo doesn't understand. All right. So attractive plus struggle equals maybe. Parentheses.
Not the PEMDAS.
Is that what they call?
It's
Yeah.
PEMDAS.
Well, no, it's parentheses, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parentheses, but that's part of the equation.
Yeah. Like on Einstein shit. Hold on.
Mhm.
All right. So in that parentheses, though, then what are the two factors or integers? Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna have my degree in niggas by the end of this.
Your
What are the-
degree in niggas is crazy.
what is the two factors that equal attractive to block? Okay, so broke. Does broke factor in heavily?
Yeah, broke does. See, but broke and attractive might get you a side piece. It might not get you blocked. It might get you a side piece.
Wait a minute. This whole show about to be different. Hold on.
I feel like I need more women on here. Like I need
Dating pool 2025.
Oh, no. You are the voice of the black woman for all black women.
Wait, no, don't do that.
Attractive plus struggle equals maybe parentheses. Yeah, thank you. All right, here we go. Daquan got us. Let's get these mathematics up there. So broke plus attractive equals side piece.
It's possible.
Okay. Hold on. Let me work this out. If somebody get the long division down for me. Broke plus attractive equals possible side piece.
Mm-hmm.
Attractive plus any struggle equals maybe.
Yeah, it depends on how bad the struggle part is.
Okay, all right. Because greater sums, more
Right. Because if
likelihood
he
for
got
block.
money, if he attractive, but he got a little bit going on, but he got money, then like I could okay, then let's see where it play out.
Okay, so attractive plus struggle
Right.
times money
Times money.
equals okay.
Yeah. Equals we can see, maybe we can see how this goes.
Okay. What does ugly plus struggle times money equal?
Ooh.
I feel
That's
like we're on Sesame Street.
So that's also a maybe, but that's more like for some women that might be like that's where you get sorted in on one of those categories. Like you my food friend. You get a chance. Yeah.
Food friend.
Not
Yeah.
food friend.
Yeah.
Food friend. He's a
No.
financial friend.
Listen, maybe, but he get a chance. He get a chance, and again, it depends on the struggle, because like when you
go to mathematics. Attractive plus struggle times money equal okay.
Yeah, but ugly plus struggle times money
Is another maybe.
is a right. It's a maybe, but like you looking at it could be a strong friend zone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. Because I gotta get attractive to block.
We gotta figure this out, Kurt.
Yeah, what is the mathematical equation to get to attractive to block? Attractive plus struggle plus small dick. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's not an automatic block.
So listen, because it depends.
Oh,
It depends. So again, do he have money?
hold on. Teffs,
Do
I
he
gave
have
you the
money?
No, I
Do
gave
he
you the
have resources? Is he a eater?
Oh my God! Now we dividing it by eating.
Is he an
All
eater?
right.
If he's bad in bed, then it's a block.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Okay. Then that's
Yeah.
we got there. Attractive plus struggle plus bad in bed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you attractive and bad in bed, then it's a no for me. It's a no for me, period.
Attractive plus struggle plus small dick was hear me out.
Right. I can hear you out because it's
Equal.
like, but do you have a boat? Do you got money?
So if a nigga got a
Do you
boat,
have- like, yeah. Do you have
what if
money?
it's a
Do you have
rowboat?
resources? Because sometimes you like
Little kayak.
sometimes
So
you
wait a
gotta
minute.
take one for the team. Your girlies might be trying to spend the summer on the water
So if he got a little dick but a big dinghy, you good.
for the summer. It could get you a summer boo. It could get you a summer boo. But honestly, after Labor Day,
Welcome to girl math, fellas. Welcome to fucking girl math. That's it. That's it, gentlemen. Thank you. The only equation I was able to pull out of that made absolute sense was ugly plus struggle automatic block and attractive.
it's not a.
No, go back on it.
It was a.
All right, attractive. What?
I didn't think of it. What I'm saying is, I have been known to give many a medium ugly nigga a chance. Like I listen. I almost exclusively date in the medium ugly nice guy range.
See, because I'm about to
So,
say
like-
I'm medium ugly. I like to consider myself medium ugly. So I
But
gotta
thank
know.
you, Jocelyn. You gotta pick a struggle. You can't be ugly and broke. You can't be ugly and have a fucked up attitude. Like you, if you can't be ugly in your broke.
Jocelyn, don't come in here and save
Like, sorry, you can't come in here like looking like a battle toad and fucking up the vibe.
What's a
Not a battle toad.
So if he looked like a big toe, but has a positive,
Right,
it's workable.
right.
But big toe negative, no.
Right.
But attractive plus struggle.
Right.
You muted.
See, this is how you know the internet.
It didn't even bring your microphone back. It's coming in through your computer. Yes, Daquan. Okay, you got it. Medium ugly plus nice personality. You got a chance. Yes. Thank you.
See, you could tell Zuckerberg was listening because he cut my mic right off.
He was like, y'all niggas do it too much.
You're giving them the keys to the kingdom. So attractive plus struggle plus bad in bed equals
No.
automatic block? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you getting roasted alive in the fucking group chat.
in
Not the group chat.
Yeah, in the group chat.
Mm.
Yeah. That's the fractions. Yeah. The group chat is the denominator and the roasting is the numerator.
Right.
So roast over a group chat.
I mean, you can't be bad in bed at all. Like,
Wait, hold on. Oh, so
because if you ugly and you got money and you bad in bed,
so Teff is bad in bed like 0 in math. Times it by anything, you get 0.
oh yeah.
I feel like that YouTube video. Them women like,
It's like, so like, it's like an exponent. Whatever power.
all right, I'm done. Welcome to Head Nerds in Charge tonight. Once you get into exponents and all that, I'm like,
saying,
what?
I'm
Thank
saying,
God
'cause,
I
like,
learned
the
how to
money-
eat pudding through a cup without a spoon.
I promise y'all we will revisit this. I think next week we're going to have an entire show on Girl Man.
Okay,
Now,
listen. Okay, so Daquan got it though. He got it right here. Medium ugly, beast in the sheets, and decent pockets. That's Bay.
Oh, that's
That's Bay.
no!
That's
We cracked the
as long
code.
as- Yeah.
That's
The
my
quad
question.
code.
That's my
As
question.
long as you don't have a fucked up attitude or a bad personality, And even then, you probably get like I can fuck with you on the side. You can't be my main.
And therapy helps with that.
That is true, Jocelyn. We are at a point in life.
Exactly. You can't listen. I'm too old to be fucking.
Forbidden said that's boyfriend material.
Exactly.
Not
that's
just
bae. That's
bae. Well, my ideology of bae versus actual relationships different.
Sorry, listen. That's boyfriend material. Now we working with something.
So got you. So when women tell me I have boyfriend dick, that means that equation?
No, that's not.
Oh fuck!
You know what boyfriend dick is.
I do. All right.
You know
so
exactly. If y'all listen, some of if some of y'all can't get a girlfriend, it's because some of y'all don't have boyfriend dick.
The way you can't do it when I bring something.
If you only get a call every 3 to 6 business months, you don't have boyfriend dick. I'm sorry.
I can't relate to that struggle.
Boyfriend dick is something I can get on the regular. I need something extraordinary. I can't do it every day.
Forbidden says we can grow together. I can learn to like a two. Oh.
Listen, you can be my little froggy Bruto, my little frog prince.
Wait, no, hold on. I'm about to cut out. I'm about to cut all the hot topics because no, we haven't even gotten to the introduction. Hold on.
It's your mic being out that's crazy because it sounds like you hollered at me from across the room.
Oh, why didn't you say something? I know what. Let me fix it. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. Let
Nigga, we got a whole show.
He just said the hell with the hot topics.
we cutting hot. We gonna do your topic,
Okay.
but I'll cut half of hot topics for this conversation. You hear me?
I'm sorry, yo.
You have sparked a thing. We are not walking out of here without a clear answer because I'll be damned. I need to know what the mathematics I need to be looking at here. So, Forbidden said, I can learn to like a toad.
Yeah.
Just don't look at me too much.
Fine. Yeah, you be my little frog prince.
So then a negative could turn into a positive.
Yeah, if you got the right, factors. Dejuan talking on what about attractive plus good D equals no money? You're a side piece.
Damn. Yeah, I think that was,
your Uber is outside.
Ugly top tier dick. Limited funds.
Oh.
Yeah. Not enough to take you out, but enough that you could go to Applebee's.
You a side piece.
You can buy one drink. You can buy one drink on the tab, but then you got to buy the rest of the drinks.
No, we gonna stay in the house for all
exceptional dick though.
Exceptional dick.
I'm talking about top tier, god tier dick.
Oh, you
ugly
sneaky
though.
Link. You sneaky link.
Ah!
Oh,
that's how you get the sneaky link.
You the
nigga that just get the text at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
How about some?
You don't bring nothing else to the table. I'm sorry. And honestly, I'm mad at myself for putting myself in that position. That's why I can't tell nobody about you. Cause then I'm getting roasted. Cause then it's bitch, why did you even give?
So wait, hold on. So this math is dope. Ugly plus A1 dick plus limited funds equals sneaky link with a fractional equation of roast over group chat for the girl plus public knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. And Forbidden said, see, that's Cash App Bay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just somebody, he send you a little couple dollars, he buy you lunch every now and then. But you can't don't walk
that's
up
when
to me.
That's when the coins drop.
Don't walk up to me at the bar. I'll text you when I'm ready to go.
Oh,
don't
we're
act
going
like
to
you
have
know
an
me
entire show. We are. I swear, I'm going to dedicate all next week to finding women to come on this episode to talk about your girl math.
No, because bitches is finna be mad because I'm really giving up the jewels right now.
She exposing the secrets.
Josh
She's pulling
Johnson.
back the curtain. She pulling back the curtain, Kurt.
No,
Josh
man.
Johnson has this joke about girls' nicknames in the phone.
Yeah,
and I said, which bitch gave up the goods? Because y'all wasn't supposed to know about that.
Yo, somebody was like, I got something for you. It's gonna be funny. Run with it.
Exactly. No public shit. We arriving separately.
Not we arrive separately, but I can look at you at the event, but I can't actually talk to you.
No. I'm gonna text you under the table.
Yeah. You're not even texting on top of the tape.
No, under
because God forbid somebody walk by.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta ask. Attractive plus amazing top tier dick plus bad personality, but they have money.
So it's got to be a times money because
it's got to be multiplied. Yeah.
Like you got to make
big money. Okay, so Nick Cannon.
I mean, he's somebody baby daddy for a reason.
But would you go for it?
Me?
Yeah. He bringing you on wilding out. He lacing your pockets. He giving you A1 dick. You see the motherfucker fall down to a sock. He ain't bad looking, as long as he stop wearing them dumbass turbans. But you know he a man baby behind the scenes.
We could fuck till I find somebody I like better.
He's just for the time being.
Yeah, because it ain't no future. But why not enjoy? I can enjoy the perks. He not bad to look at.
I'm clipping
and the
this whole
fucking
thing.
Is good.
I'm clipping
and
this whole thing.
And he spend money on me. See, this is what I be talking about. Where sometimes you just gotta take the L for the team.
Nick Cannon equals friends with benefits. So that's friends with benefits.
You gotta spend a little bit of money on me though. Like you gotta send me.
You gotta get flued out.
Yeah, you could be my on the regular, but like probably no titles.
Like a no strings attached.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we could do date night or whatever, but like don't say you my man's and all that. Don't do that.
Situationships.
It depends on the money. The money is the exponent though. Like it really depends on how much times money is I'm getting. Is you spending on me? Like, did you buy my baby shoes? Did you pay for our trip to the zoo?
I can't with you, Kurt.
Go on.
Listen, Jocelyn said you gotta know when to hold them. Know when to hold them. No walk away. Know when
the deal is done.
You will never see the inside of Heaven's Gates. I just want you to know that. You will never see the inside of the pearly gates. I had full hope that you would be able to, at least for me, because I ain't making it, greet my children that didn't make it. But now I will be making space for you in the VIP section of the seventh ring of hell with me. Okay?
Listen. If anything,
burn down.
Should be taking notes so that you know what it takes to make it.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Hey, you see something? You know you done fucked up, right? No.
It's over. It's over for you.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to Head Nerds in Charge, where we've tried this show at least 3 or 4 times, but girl math. Real quick, it's the Cuzzos. Black chivalrous nerd. Chivalry is never dead as long as Shiv is holding it down. Shiv, real quick, could you introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, what's good? What's the deal? How you doing? How you feel? It's your boy, the lovely family Black Chivalrous Nerd, back at it again every now and then, time and time again. And right now, Kurt, I feel like I'm gonna have to open up other forms of revenue to get the Switch 2 with them prices and the prices for them games, bro. Like it's crazy out here in these H&IG streets.
Yo, we gonna talk about tariffs in at the end of the show and how it's gonna affect gaming, a couple other things. We even have a great black explanation for you Negroes that don't fully understand what's going on with tariffs, but that's later in the show. Holding it down as always. Teffy, you don't have to go through the whole introduction. Niggas know where to support us, but just introduce yourself, please.
What's up, guys? It's at Tiffy Wonder, melanated mocha-fied burgeon. Happy Wednesday. And I guess
Mathematic Wednesday.
Tune in next week for a
Girl math
lesson.
Girl math.
Yo, the dimathlon. That's what
I'm gonna make y'all girl mathletes next week.
girl math. If you would like to be on the girl math episode, message us directly, DM me directly. I want as many women that I can get on here so that we can have a consensus on girl math.
Yes, please.
It's your boy King Kurt live for Smartest Geek in the Multiverse. Y'all already know what it is. We got a hell of a show for you. I don't even know why I would want to do hot topics, but we got to go through just a small handful of them first. Other than that, y'all ready to start the show?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Get it. I'm gonna do this shit quick, apparently. Real quick. They killed Wonder Woman in DC. Usually, this is what they do for attention. Big publicity stunt. She's died so many times.
She'll be back in a few issues.
Exactly. Corey Kenshin, original manga Monsters We Make, broke U.S. sale records with over 200,000 copies sold in his first week. Corey Kenshin, super popular YouTube star, represented for Black creatives, shows us the way in this content creation world. Build your community and then give them a tangible product to support you from. Make sure it's quality and you can, the world is yours, baby. Let me get through them two cool real quick. Google is reportedly paying its AI staff, not AI, they the staff that handles AI, a whole year's income for doing absolutely nothing instead of letting the workforce jump ship.
Oh, damn.
Could you imagine your boss being like, yeah, I don't want you to go to a competitor, so I need you to stay put? Would you stay home?
I mean, yeah. I'm finna be like Corey and get on YouTube. The fuck?
I'm about to say, if Wawa, and again, I don't speak for the brand or the company, but if Wawa paid me my whole year's salary just so I don't go to Sheetz or Royal Farms, oh yeah, I'll be like Teffy said, I'm on YouTube.
You know what the crazy part is? I just had this happen to me.
Yeah.
I won't get into what I do, but my boss said, if you leave, we will give you basically almost a whole year's salary. I was like, nah, nigga, because who else gonna pay me this? Anyway, all right.
Thanks.
It's hard out here. It's hard out here in the streets.
I said you could probably go in the private sector. And them days off though. In the minute.
It's always them days. You know how I be. Look, unless you can give me 410s. I mean, it's not like we got telework anymore, but anyway. I don't want to talk too much about where I go. Well, I mean, for employment. We have two pertinent conversations we need to have. Two pertinent conversations. One is an interesting story that came out about the Power Rangers. A Power Ranger writer admitted that casting a Black and Asian actor and actress as the Black Ranger and Yellow Ranger was such a huge mistake. Interesting. Well, so interestingly enough, Walter Jones took to social media to say he didn't feel that way. He felt like they gave too much credit to race in the decision and not enough to the fact that they made a huge impact as those identifying colors for their respective races. I feel like he was just being kind of cordial about it. You know what I mean? Like not trying to make it like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not going to talk about it on the con circuit for the next 2 years.
Smart. Because I was about to say, when you first saw that the Asian girl, Trini, was the Yellow Ranger and Walter Jones was the Black Ranger, did you think, for real?
Immediately. And I was like 9.
Go ahead, Shiv.
I honestly didn't. I just saw martial arts moves and was like, "Oh, this is cool." So I really didn't think about it until I got older.
I was a little bit worse with it. I didn't so much focus in on the Asian aspect of it. It's just that I remember the original airing of some of those shows from the TV show that was actually aired in Japan, and I knew that the Yellow Ranger was a man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Yellow Ranger was originally a man in the original series. That's why Kimberly, who's a girl, she has a skirt on her Power Ranger suit, but Trini doesn't, because when they spliced in the footage, it's supposed to be a man. That was my first thought. But I always thought, how weird is it that the Black Ranger was the only one with a big ass shotgun? And what was that martial art he used to do called hip hop
keto?
Hip hop keto. Really? This nigga in the juice bar doing Taebo moves?
Yep.
To elevator hip hop music? With the single worst hairline in television history?
Bruh.
Break dancing. Breaking my foot off in your ass dancing. Right. That was always my issue with it. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, we're well past it. Shit, most of the Power Ranger fans, we're grown as adults now. Hell, most of them are adults now. We've already lost, 2 of them? Tommy and Trina?
Yeah, we lost Tommy and Trini. Yeah.
And, well, you might as well say we lost Jason, too, because he's a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. Every day I'm disappointed in Jason. He did get in trouble for them PPE.
Them PPE loans?
Yeah. I went to New York Comic-Con. I went to New York Comic-Con. They had that nigga in the back. I'm talking about all the way in the back. I mean, in the back with the voice actors that were like the ones you never heard of on a shitty little cartoon. Like, it was bad.
Oh, the obscure voice actors?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I just walked past them and I was like, Tommy would be so shamed.
Bye, because that nigga was beating his wife.
You lie.
No.
You shut your filthy mouth.
Bye. You shut your
sad but true. It's sad but true, Kurt. It is sad but true.
His wife. She was leaving.
Shiv, you shut your whore mouth.
That's why he.
JDF did not beat his wife. You lying.
That's why he bit the bullet, sir. Because she was leaving him and taking the kids, and she was going to take all his fucking money. He was hitting her.
God, I have a fucking hero.
Nigga, we talked about it when it came out.
I remember that.
On the show.
I deleted that episode.
And niggas was like, no, don't say that. He was still a great person to his fans, but you beat your wife on the back end, and
I didn't know he was
fuck you.
Oh, if he was an abuser, fuck him too.
Damn. Allegedly.
Well, who the fuck do I got now? Oh no, Walter Jones is still my nigga.
I would say Walter Jones all right.
Yeah, Walter
and David Yost, Billy,
and Walter got bitches. Walter got.
Yeah.
Did you know he only had 4 fingers on one hand?
Yeah.
I never knew that until like a week ago.
What? Get out of here!
I
You didn't
never
know
noticed it.
Listen, his sleight of hand is on
because
expertise.
he always moving.
skills.
Like
yeah, he's
never
always
really-
moving, so you don't really pay attention to his hands.
Yeah,
he lost it in a fingering incident in high school.
that's not what happened. That is not what happened at all.
Listen, be careful of them grippy ones. All right.
Wow.
That's good math.
I believe he's poly. I'm not quite sure.
I think he is too.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's disappointing. He's less attractive now.
Girl math. No. No. Don't girl math me.
No,
So-
I'm not, girl. You brought it up. I didn't
Hold
say
on.
nothing about math.
Wait. I got it. Hold on. I got to get my mathematics out again.
You niggas thinking they finna get their degree in bitch calculus. Like,
Hold on.
chill.
Medium ugly plus beast in bed plus decent pockets plus polyamorous equals.
Sorry. Polly throws the whole equation off because you will only ever be a side piece to me.
All right, Teffy Wonder has to go to the bathroom real quick. And as we finish the show, I just want to say that all polyamorous slander will be met with a very violent reaction.
Slander.
Hey,
That's
Teffy.
not slander. You respect my preferences.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Don't listen. Respect my boundaries and my preferences. You are free to explore other options. Nigga, that's all you are is the other option. The fuck?
He's out of line, but he's right.
Move on. So here we go again.
Oh my god.
What constitutes blackness? There was a tweet that said, I make movies about the black struggle and racism, but will only marry a white woman starter pack with a picture, Peele and Childish Gambino. Two very prominent black creatives who both have hit television series and movies centered around the black experience, some traumatic, but are not married to black women. Naya said, and what are they supposed to say to this type of critique? And Pillboy said, having a non-black partner does not invalidate a black person's experience.
Right.
What are y'all thoughts? Can you depict true black trauma if you are not romantically attached or have been attached to black women?
Yeah.
Yes.
So also, I feel like this is a false equivalency between these two people, unless there's something here that I don't know.
Apparently,
Because Jordan Peele, to my knowledge, has never denigrated black women, whereas Childish Gambino has.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh, what is going on?
yes,
When
he
did
did
you
it in his
Donald
stand-up.
has done it.
Donald Glover, and he did it in his stand-up, and he said it in interviews. The reason he don't date black women is because black women don't like black nerds. And it's like, nigga, that's not true. You just weren't attracted to the women who would have been into the same stuff you were in. So that's why he dates, his wife is white or Asian or something like that.
Yeah, I believe she's
Yeah.
Asian.
But Jordan Peele,
No. Dave Chappelle has the Asian wife.
right? So but Jordan Peele, who I believe it's Keegan Michael Key, whose mom is white, I think.
Yeah, but Jordan
No,
Peele,
they both have white moms or something like that.
He dating a white girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or that's his wife.
That's his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So and again, and I'm like, that doesn't but also it does not negate your years of being black before you met that person. It does not you being black and your proximity to whiteness does not
Negate
wash away all that blackness.
Agreed.
No matter and for the uppity niggas who think it do, you still a nigga behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And to them.
Shit,
How do you feel
that's
about
what
it?
I mean. To them, you are still blacker than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Shiv, how do you feel about it?
So I'm just gonna piggyback off what Tiff said. Like, yes, Donald in the past has denigrated and has pretty much talked shit about black women and why he dates outside the race. Whereas Jordan, I haven't heard him say anything about denigrating black women or anything like that. So, but again, just because they date outside the race doesn't disqualify them from speaking out about the issues that black people deal with.
Though I love how Shiv laughed. He's like, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Though I absolutely agree that being romantically attached to a black woman gives you a unique perspective in your blackness that you cannot achieve if you were not with a black woman. That does not mean he's not surrounded around black people who can help him write a fucking story. Y'all act like this is self-contained and, you know, these scripts and whatnot come about out of the sole mind of one individual. There are editors. There are other people who look over scripts and say, hey, you could do this better, or that better. Or how about add this to it and that to it? And even if it wasn't, I'm pretty sure he has seen black relationships before and can formulate his own opinions around those black relationships. In the end, what I'm trying to say is, please, please, please love, cherish, date, marry, and fuck the shit out of black women. And if you don't, then just mind your business, y'all. Let people love who they want to love. And we got to stop policing blackness. Even though I hate to say this, there are some conservative political commentators in the black creative space that I absolutely hate. And yes, the term not all skin folk is kinfolk. They may not be family to me, but they are still our skin folk. They are black.
Mm-hmm.
And they are black people that we do not agree with. But I would not call them non-blacks. Or I wouldn't say they ain't black. They may not be black to me, but they are black to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because them strange fruit that was swinging from them trees were all of one shade, no matter what their political, personal, and ideological beliefs were, to include religion. All right. So that was just that little bit of funky piece. As always, this is the time where we kick it over to Teffs Wonder for a little bit of insight into what she wants to talk about.
We're going to get this work. We're going to get this work.
So Teffy's topics, what we talk about today?
So I tried to pick like a topic that was going to be entertaining.
Oh, you mean traumatic? Yeah.
I tried, you guys. This is Trump's America, bro. The other topic before this was immigrant children having to go up against having to represent themselves in court.
That was lighthearted to you?
No, nigga, I'm saying,
motherfucker.
no, I'm saying like that I couldn't find anything that was like happy or funny.
You thought immigrant children?
But I did think it was important.
No, I
that
agree.
We should have shared.
No, you're right. God damn.
And I was going to talk about the protests, but then it was just depressing because white people went out there and protested and nothing fucking happened to them. It didn't even get any fucking media coverage. The police actually blocked off the streets in some areas to let the white people protest peacefully. This white lady actually got online and was like, these protests need more child-friendly activities. Can we get a bouncy house out here? When black women were eating her the fuck up for it, some white nobody man decided to come to this white woman's defense and be like, you guys are being too harsh. She's perfectly valid in her fucking response. There should be more childlike activities at these protests. And it's like, sorry, we were getting water hoses and fucking tear gas and shit thrown at us during our protests. Y'all, the white privilege was fucking white privileging.
Damn!
That's how I felt like that surmised. How
Not
you
a
felt
single rubber bullet was fired.
Not one. And he's actually getting ready to institute martial law on April 20th. So,
What? What do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah. One of those one of those declaration things or whatever the fuck he signed. Like
Executive
his
orders.
first day in office was about declaring martial law and being able to circumvent like the military for it if he had a good reason. So black people, if you're thinking about protesting, remember to keep your black ass home, because they are looking for any reason to institute this martial law as we go into World War III.
If you black and thinking about protesting anything in Trump's America,
Shit.
Teffy, then what are we about to watch?
Something equally as fucking horrific.
All right, let's just get it over with.
Witness video captured Idaho police officers opening fire on an autistic teenager behind a fence as he walked towards them with a knife. 17-year-old Victor Perez, described by his family as nonverbal, autistic, and intellectually disabled, was hospitalized in critical condition and had 9 bullets removed from his body and his leg amputated, according to his aunt. A witness said in a 911 call that Perez was chasing a man and woman in a backyard while wielding a kitchen knife. When police arrived, Perez was on the ground, according to the witness. Perez stood up and walked towards the officers with the knife in his hand. Then officers shot repeatedly.
Son, don't do that. Oh!
There is no indication the police were aware of the boy's conditions.
I know the position of the police, but only one can at least stop him. If you have to shoot, okay, only one. But what the heck? What was that? 9 bullets. They took 9 bullets out of that kid.
Pocatello Police Chief Roger Shea addressed the incident.
In situations like this, officers must make decisions in seconds. They assess threats, not just to themselves, but to those nearby. In this case, 2 individuals were within a few feet of an armed, non-compliant individual. The risk was immediate and the situation rapidly evolving.
Shea said he would not answer questions about the shooting because of an investigation being conducted by the East Idaho Critical Incident Task Force. The Pocatello Police Department did not immediately respond to CNN's request for comment.
You fucking think?
Happy Autism Awareness Month, guys.
What the?
Shut up.
I have to laugh to keep from crying. So
we are knee deep in the shit.
Oh yeah, the do. Super fun in his ass. The poopy pop.
Come on, let's.
So, for the cops to say that they were in immediate danger is such
wow. Wow.
Addison.
Addison said that's cop math.
It is. Yeah, because he's a 17-year-old child with a mental delay and autistic, wielding a knife, not a gun, and there was a fence between them, between him and the police.
Okay, let's have a conversation. It wasn't the police who feared for their lives. It was the fact that he was within 2 feet of other individuals. And I'm not excusing it. But I don't want to misconstrue the reason that they took the action that they did. Now, if I could just add this one caveat, because for those who may be affiliated with law enforcement, non-lethal force can absolutely be used when a lethal object is not being wielded. because I know a lot of people say, well, why not just pull out a taser? Well, non-lethal use of force is for people who are attacking with their hands or with an object that the officer would deem as non-lethal to him and others around them. 9 times out of 10, knives, guns, and large blunt objects, vehicles, are considered deadly weapons when talking about use of force. That's all I wanted to expound on. You just gonna hop right the fuck in, huh?
And sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Well, good. I'm glad you pulled up. We was just talking about shooting autistic kids.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yes. So go ahead.
No, it's still bullshit. Fuck what you heard. That was a child who could not comply because of his faculties, and fuck the neighbor who called the police on them. Because
minding your business saves
lives. As far as I had known, the mother, who is the one trying to pull him away from the fence, did not ask them to call the police. They were hoping there was a neighbor there talking to him on the other side of the fence. They were trying to de-escalate the situation.
Right.
And the police showed up. She was like, oh, well, maybe they can de-escalate the situation. They did not do that. They came in with our children, as they do, guns drawn, just screamed at him to throw his weapon down, didn't even try to understand the situation. And they put 9 bullets in this boy. And this boy who is in a coma and lost his leg.
Yeah.
The mother said that he suffered even more brain damage on top of already having a mental delay and autism.
He's not going. And the sad part is nothing's going to happen to the law enforcement officers.
Of course not.
And it's not because of an injustice. It's just that they were within their rights of use of force.
It still feels like an injustice.
That's because
that boy's life is already hard enough, and now he's going to have it further complicated. Like, he lost his leg.
Yeah.
He lost his leg, and even if, and the doctors have already confirmed he has suffered more brain damage than what he already had. And nothing is going to happen to them.
Being a law enforcement officer is a very tough job. You have to make a split-second decision about life and death within milliseconds. Does it take 5 cops and 9 bullets to mitigate a threat? None of y'all were out there. I wasn't out there.
5 cops behind a fence.
It wasn't them that they feared for their lives. It was the
They could have shot her. They could have hurt the other innocent bystanders, the mother, and the
cops
other
are pretty good shots. I hate to say
yeah, well, the 9 bullets would suggest otherwise.
Well, I mean, they hit the
And
target.
if you're a good shot, it don't take 9.
It depends if they. Okay, yes. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to be on. All I'm trying to say is, when you're nonverbal and you approach a scene, you saw from getting out of the car to actually firing shots was seconds.
Right.
Now, would I ask? I mean, all law enforcement officers they answer calls all day. They're not going to be like, is he nonverbal? Now, to me, why wouldn't the parents say he's nonverbal or autistic? And
you assuming the cops listened to her.
Yeah.
That they were listening, that they weren't just focused on this man with a knife.
Yeah, Lamont's right. They didn't ask what was going on because the person was wielding a knife. Now, would I use a little bit more discretion in that situation? Probably. And can we make the assumption that maybe they were a little too gung-ho? Yes. I'll say this. There is a program that a very good friend of mine runs in Philadelphia for to help civilians make partnerships and build connections with law enforcement. One of the things that they put civilians through is some police training. They actually take them to a simulation where assailants pop out, innocent people pop out, targets pop out, and you have to make a split-second decision as to whether to shoot or not shoot, whether they're a threat or not a threat. Civilians fail, either killing someone innocent or they themselves dying the majority of the time. And they usually come out of those simulations feeling like, damn. Now, these are untrained civilians. Law enforcement officers are not at fault. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. The training is.
ACAB.
The training is. They train these officers poorly.
Listen, I don't disagree. That's why defund the police was a thing.
Or fund them properly so that they can get training.
No, they don't need more fucking funding. Take that funding from all those fucking guns and use it to do better training. They don't need more funding.
You want the cops to have less guns when we are a gun country?
God
Do you
forbid.
genuinely feel like with training it would change? Because I don't.
You would need guns like yes. Yeah, you would technically need them less.
I have my own personal feelings, and I'll leave it at that. I have a lot of law enforcement. Yes, when I see a bad shoot or something where I feel like, I'm first one. Fuck that. Also, in that scenario that I just saw,
it's such bullshit. I've seen cops wrestle people to the ground.
Not with knives.
Yes, I have. White people get away with shit like crazy.
They approach a scene, see a person with a knife. Now, do the person pull out the knife when they get? No officer, no intelligent officer is going to run and tackle somebody wielding a knife. They're just not going to do it. As a matter of fact, it goes against their training because just as easily they could be killed. It's not, you couldn't have. You didn't see that. And if you did see that, I promise you that they were on administrative leave.
They both walked away, though.
And then if the officer gets killed.
And the officers are in this situation not gonna what? They probably was back out on the street that day, an hour from then.
Again, so
didn't even fucking sit down and do their own goddamn paperwork.
Well, my thing is, where does the video start? Is it start with the person? All I'm saying is, if an officer visually sees someone wielding a knife, they are not going to lunge at them unarmed to disarm them. They're not. That's just not happening. And if you got a video, I promise you, if y'all got a video of an officer walking up to the scene and visually seeing an armed person and not pulling their gun out first, send it to me. Send it to me and I'll make a complete public apology to Teffs right here and now, live on stream or next week during Girl Math. I promise you I will. Hi, Britt. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, what up, though, everybody? It's Britt, your favorite butterscotch baddie, the EP of UNAB, taking a break, and I see all weekend long. We kick shit off on Fridays with trivia, Saturdays with Trap House, and Black Girl Confidential, and Sundays with Anime Court. So,
my heart goes out to that young man's family. That is tough for any family member that has somebody who is on the spectrum, to include myself. Yeah. I'm actually speaking from both sides of this issue. I have loved ones and family members that are very close to me that are on the spectrum. Also, I happen to be connected to law enforcement in a way that I'd rather not discuss.
On YouTube, I found like 3 videos immediately. They're all a little old, but
send it to my DM. I'll pull it up right now. Okay. Send it to my DM. I will make an official public apology to you, Teffs. If they walked up to someone being armed, said, F the gun, I'ma tackle this nigga.
I'm not saying that they maybe didn't have their guns out. What I am saying is I've seen it happen. No. What I'm saying is I've seen it happen. Whether they had a gun or not, what they didn't do was murder that person within seconds.
It's not murder. That is not
Oh,
murder.
no.
It's
No,
because no
you're right.
words matter. Words matter.
They didn't murder him because he's still alive. He's currently in a coma and an amputee now.
Yes, be upset.
A child.
Yes, I understand.
A child. And what about the bull over COVID who the black guy who was with his autistic patient, he was a caregiver.
Yeah,
the autistic patient was losing it. They shot the caregiver who was unarmed, had his arms in the air.
Yeah.
And then he still had to get down on the ground and de-escalate his charge.
Yeah.
Are you saying like
no, that wasn't what saying what that's a gross. You shot an unarmed man. Yeah.
Right.
A
man with
that's not the same thing.
I'm saying.
What are you saying? You shot an unarmed man that was verbally saying, "I'm not armed," versus
who wasn't even causing the problem. He was actively trying to de-escalate.
But you're using it as a comparison, and it's apples to oranges. An unarmed man who verbally told them that he wasn't armed versus a nonverbal man, a nonverbal boy on the spectrum wielding a knife. Not the same scenario.
I missed this. How big is this 9-year-old child? To be mistaken. You don't have to replay it, but does he look like the size of a man?
Wait a minute.
So he's 17.
Oh, I thought you guys said 9.
No. He's he was 17.
I don't know where that came from.
Where did you find this? I
don't know.
This is the WWE. Wait a minute.
No, it's Fox News.
I know it's Fox News, but god damn, he had to hit him like that.
He did. But you see though.
Hold on. Because you know what? If you want to do this, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna turn the volume down so we don't get no copyright. But all right, let's look at this footage. Not beaming him inside. See, the cop didn't see that he had a knife.
I'm sending you another one.
EC dub. EC dub. EC dub.
But you see the first thing I don't even know. Are these what country is this? I feel like this is in America.
What are you talking about?
That was wild. Teff, I'm not doing this with you. Either way.
I just sent you another one.
It's Murder say he's going to apologize today. Send me another one. Here we go. Hold on. Oh my God. All right. Let's see. Teffy is trying to prove me wrong. Share screen. All right. Let's see what we got, Teff.
Watch out. Put it down now. Put down the knife. Put it down. Spray. Put it down. Put it down. Come on. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Put down the knife. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Get on the floor.
That is not the same shit.
You're under arrest for possession of
listen.
Wounded on ourselves. Okay. And threats to cause criminal.
I mean, he did charge at the
No, get the
with a
fuck
knife.
out of here.
It was exactly what you said you'd apologize for.
Right.
Hold on. First off,
like literally exactly what you said.
First off,
he wasn't, and the boy in the video was not charging them either with the knife.
Wait, which video? This one?
The original video.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't say that he was charging him. He definitely he stood up. No, I saw him stood up, but he walked towards him. He didn't charge him, but he walked towards him. And
that guy did way more.
And in this video, he backed up. He
ran at him.
He tried to move. He tried to move himself out of danger, and apparently the guy tried to take off. That's that. Once they turn their back, it's not the same. That's why cops can't shoot you in the back. Well, as long as you're not black. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. Teff, as always, I'm going to keep moving so that I don't have to apologize to you. I'm not apologizing for that shit. That doesn't count. Get out
I sent you another one.
I don't know. It's too late now. We already gone.
That's crazy.
I'll take one more.
Y'all see that though?
I'll take
Y'all
one
see
more.
that?
I saw it.
See? This is what I'm talking about. Ugly niggas with bad attitudes, bad personalities.
We got 20 minutes left in the show. You not. Let me
put me in the coffin.
Listen, this is wild. I'm fast forward. Teff again. Here we go. I'll play it. I had to vet it first to make sure I have to apologize to you.
You already should apologize to her.
No, I should not. Get out of
You
here.
should.
First and foremost, last video. Look at this.
So this guy does just stand here.
That knife. Not only does the officer back away, what's the first thing he does when he comes back in the frame?
Yeah, he pulls out his gun.
He pulls out his gun,
but he doesn't shoot him 9 times.
I didn't say he was going to shoot him. I said the first thing. Look, he's like, oh shit! First thing he does, pull his gun.
Right.
But
he didn't say they couldn't pull their guns.
Did he die?
He doesn't die.
Only because one of them pulled,
and he tases him. One guy tases him.
That's not the same. It's
well, you're not gonna have the same fucking situation, Curtis. The fuck. Every situation's unique.
And what are you talking about? That's the NY shoot 'em up PD. That niggas shoot everybody. Them niggas would shoot a baby if they had.
I need you to take accountability and just apologize.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Be an adult.
Listen,
nah.
This is what I'm saying. This is why you don't give ugly niggas a chance like that.
You know what? Fuck out of here.
No accountability.
And
I sent you other videos.
Girl math.
None.
Logic.
No. This is math, nigga. This is 2 + 2. Apologize. Shit.
No, I'm not apologizing for neither one of those. None of the videos presented.
You mad because 2 + 2 make it 4. It's getting real 4-ish around here.
You thought that shit was 3.
Exactly.
You know what? Y'all
even Addison said
the cop pulled it. First off, I never said that the cop wouldn't pull a taser. I didn't say they had to shoot him. I said they're going to pull their weapon first. And then somebody was like, oh, well, you could just tackle him with a knife. Nobody's tackling anybody.
I have seen them.
The video.
I've seen them disarm.
He turned his back. You know what? That's it. Moving on.
If a nigga's running at you, you wouldn't run away too. My back would also be turned if that was happening.
Wait, Brett, I couldn't hear what you said. What did you just say?
I said if a nigga was running at you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's
Fuck out of here.
You ain't shit.
She ramped up too. She was like, and I was like,
shut up.
That's okay. Y'all know what I meant.
Yeah.
You heard me.
Yeah, I felt it in my bones.
You see how they don't apologize? They say they're going to, but then they gaslight you.
The gaslight is wild.
Mind games.
Right.
Then they're gonna say, "Remember when I apologized?"
Exactly.
Don't include me. Don't include me in this.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, you don't remember me apologizing? I totally apologize.
I definitely apologize."
He in his own island on this one.
You're just remembering it wrong.
Exactly. That must have been your last nigga.
Nope. That.
Moving on. Welcome to episode 309. Tarrif-Ic. Making America Great Again has apparently meant the stock markets being tanked into all oblivion. Right now, most people's 401ks are at the bottom of Mordor with Golem. And shit's pretty rough out here in these financial streets. we at the Head Nerds in Charge wanted to take a pause and a beat just to help you fully understand how tariffs have impacted not only commerce, but also the financial future of America. C Murder says, I apologize on Kurt's behalf. Please don't do that. I don't need you to do that for me. He let his bald head get ahead of him sometimes. Ain't that a bitch?
Listen, his bald head get to him all the time. That's what happens when you ain't got no hair follicles. You ain't got no hair follicles to hold the thoughts and to hold the logic down.
You know what? No, what y'all don't what y'all don't like is I ain't afraid of y'all.
I understand. I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
No one asked you to be afraid.
Right.
We're just asking you to.
That's just how I
be
know you don't got
accountable.
good sense. Because if you had good sense, you would know to be afraid. That's why you ain't the hair not holding the sense in.
I'm not doing this with y'all
You
today.
ain't got no roots to hold the sense down. See?
A lot of bald jokes going on. When in reality. All right. So, tariffs. Tariffs have impacted everything from your Shein orders to your the new car you thought you was fitting to buy. And right now, POTUS is in a full-on trade war with China. And I happened to come across something so delicious that I had to not only present it to y'all, but we posted it on our main page and it's almost hit viral numbers. Someone asked, somebody explain this tariff situation, but using The Wire. If y'all are unfamiliar with The Wire was a 1990 crime drama series on HBO featuring the Baltimore drug trafficking trade and Baltimore PD and the Pier, ironically. It was critically acclaimed. It's probably one of the greatest television series of all time, to include that anything that HBO put out. What you got to say that's so goddamn funny?
No, Lamont said you was wrong a little bit. You partially owe her an apology.
Lamont,
partially for me.
Yeah,
Partially.
Right. Partially don't get you shit. Okay.
He said almost doesn't count.
Those only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, according to Kurt.
Thank you. See, Shiv gets it. And when you get to put the tip in, that's about it. But outside of that, partially don't fly over here. What am I wrong? If you remember The Wire, that's where Omar coming, Michael K. What was his name? Michael K. White, was it?
Michael Jai White?
No,
that was
this nigga said Michael Jai White from
You said Michael K. White.
Lovecraft Country.
Oh,
Come on. Damn it.
Oh, he passed away too, and I felt like shit.
Look, this I'll just show you a quick
Yeah, it was Michael K. Williams.
That's what it is.
That murders will decline before the end of the year.
Game ain't about territory, man. It's about product.
You gonna wait for a year, the whole world changes up.
If you're looking for dirt, there isn't any.
There's always dirt.
You got 4 bodies, all within 2 blocks of each other.
You can't even start to connect the dots.
You have no idea about making Baltimore a safer place, Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman.
It is an embarrassment.
Hey, Vaughn, he coming home. So if you want to hold on to what's yours, you best be ready.
Man, Lance ready for him?
Everybody watching us on this, man. We want to see if we're going to be weak or real. If you full step to us, man, we're going to do what we got to do. How do you make a body disappear?
I don't care how you do it. Just do it. Any of you who can't bring in the numbers we need will be replaced by someone who can. There's a war going on. We might have 4 more buddies tonight.
The game doesn't change. Game the same, just got more feds.
We do not move, and we do not forget.
The man coming. Make ready for the man.
You're up to something.
took the hit then. We're taking the hit now. There's gonna be a little hell to be paid. You know what I mean?
Look around, it seemed like the dawn of a new day to you.
Damn. It's such
definitely getting a fucking copyright strike for that.
Yeah. Well, no, not for commercials. We should be all right with that. Maybe. We finna find out.
Fair use.
Yeah. We do not own or profit from the images that we just used in this broadcast. Addison said The Wire is the best TV show ever made. I happen to concur with him. Me and him were really big fans of that. Jamal said Baltimore still looked like that.
Yeah.
If you've never seen The Wire, you should.
Mm-hmm.
You should. It's some of the best writing ever. But to that point, I just wanted to refresh your memory as to what The Wire was. So The Wire was used to explain tariffs. Let's begin. Just Dave on Twitter said, Stringer Bell equals China. Big player in the game, makes and supplies a ton of product goods to the streets, U.S. market, and runs a tight, efficient, profit-first operation. If you remember Stringer Bell, he was part of Avon Barksdale's drug gang. That made me less cool for some reason. And he absolutely was one of the smarter drug dealers in the series. He represents China. Just Dave said, then Marlo Stanfield equals Trump. New power, trying to shake up the game, doesn't like how Stringer been running things, wants more control and respect. Starts taxing every package Stringer tries to move through his corners. If you remember Marlo Stanfield, he came in after Stringer took over and Avon went to jail, started to take over the drug trade. He brought in Snoop, which is a very popular character from The Wire, one of the more popular characters from The Wire, because she just had that full-on Baltimore swag, and they was bodying niggas left and right. But Trump,
my head look, Mike.
yeah. How my head look, Mike. Yes. Also, I hated Marlo Stanfield. I hated that motherfucker.
I hated Marlo, bro.
I hated Marlo. Marlo was such a dickhead and killed unnecessarily. But that's who Trump represents. This is where it starts to get good. The tariffs equal the tax on the pack. For those of us that never grew up in the hood or around black people, a pack is a pound of cocaine. That is the best way that I could describe it for you, or a package of cocaine, whichever works for you. Marlo says, if you're going to sell on my corners, you got to pay a fee. So now every time China tries to sell goods to the U.S., they get taxed. This makes the product more expensive for U.S. customers. You want to know why things are more expensive now? I went on DoorDash. Shit is literally almost 50 cents higher. Everything. You want to know why? Go ahead, Tef.
I was just about to say, a bitch finna start like picking up food again instead of getting it Uber Eats delivered.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Food is more expensive. Also, cars. Foreign cars, they said it will increase the price of new foreign cars by $20,000. So that $50,000 Maxima is now a $70,000 car. That is crazy.
Well, you paying $50,000 for a Maxima? I got a bridge to sell you.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And the reason why even American-made cars are going up about $5,000 is because of the parts that they get.
That all come from plants in Mexico.
Right.
With Chinese steel.
So, as things rise in price, to include what Shiv was talking about, video games, game systems like the new Nintendo Switch, and don't get it fucked up. Guess what else comes from over there? Anime.
Crunchyroll's subscription fees are about to go up.
And the funny thing is, this next one is the one that touches me the most because this particular character was literally the heart and soul of The Wire from the drug dealers. American business equals Bodie. He was caught in the middle. They got to deal with the fallout of the trade war. Product costs go up, profit margins shrink, and they start questioning who they really work for. Bodie is just trying to survive while the boss is beef. Just the realest shit ever. There were so many times where Bodie just wanted to get money. He didn't care about who was this and that. He had a code. He was a young guy that grew up in the street, and just like American business, they don't really give a damn about this tariff stuff. They're just trying to sell what they got. Just an American trying to make $1 so that they can have a little piece of this capitalism that they've sold you as to be so great, because that's what makes America great. You can go and become anything. You can open a business, start a business, and become a success. Well, Bodie dies. Okay. Bodie dies, and he dies protecting streets he doesn't own. Spoiler alert. Bodie fucking dies protecting streets he don't own. If this is not a perfect allegory for American business right now, I do not know what else to tell you. And finally, consumers. Consumers equals bubbles. They're just trying to get by. Prices going up. They're not even in the game. We are not even in the game. But we feel every consequence of this trade war. And now we paying more for TVs, cars, and damn near everything else. The fucked up part is it's a little bit deeper because some of y'all are bubbles, but y'all voted for this. And some of y'all are bubbles, and y'all tried to prevent this.
Yeah, we did.
So if you Black, Baltimorean, or enjoyed The Wire in the 90s, that's a great way to explain tariffs to you. Folks, after that little civics lesson, I'll give you the perspective from my own opinion as to why this is happening. And I'm going to keep it real short. The president of the United States has said that he wants to eradicate federal wage tax. That means the taxes that the U.S. government takes out of your paycheck. He wants to eliminate that completely. That means the government will not be taking that huge chunk of money out of your check. On average, if you make $100,000, it would mean $13,000 additional in your paycheck. Work with me here. With that being said, if he's not going to get money to run the government in the country through our wages, then what is he going to do? He's setting out these tariffs to generate income from imported goods from other countries. Not a bad idea, but it's all in how you implement it. Well, he's used it as a carrot or a stick. And he's beating people over the head and causing trade wars. If implemented well and he's able to generate enough income from foreign goods being imported into America and raising the economy by putting more money in the American pocket, then he is going to turn the IRS into the ERS, which is the External Revenue Service, and have them bring in money and revenue to generate a booming economy. That's what it's supposed to be in theory. How's that playing out for y'all?
I just started putting money in my 401k, and I'm practically already losing.
Yeah, you poor baby. Yeah, you did.
Also, this is exactly what happened right before World War II
and the Great Depression.
And the Great Depression.
Yep.
Well, the Great Depression and World War I.
Whenever they talk about, the golden era of America, they forget to mention that was what caused the Great Depression.
Right.
And we are already headed into a recession after the biggest economic boom during the Biden era. I don't want to get too politically because I know y'all, it gets a little heavy, but let's just talk about real brass tax shit that we care about. We forget the stuff that comes from China. Did you know Easy Pass was a Chinese-owned company?
You told me.
Easy Pass. That means.
Actually, that reminds me, I got to get a new Easy Pass.
TikTok. Y'all see what's been happening with TikTok. That
they actually just postponed the ban again.
Another 75 days.
Because listen, that's a lot of revenue and a lot of small businesses that will no longer cease to exist. I mean, that will cease to exist moving forward. Have y'all, Britt, you're a working mother.
I am.
Have you felt the effects of the tariffs yet, or are you concerned?
I mean, I'm obviously concerned. The price of everything is going up. It's going up. I have 4 kids. Shit is expensive. I will say I'm concerned because it's only going to get worse. And like we tried to tell you that it's gonna get pushed back on the consumer. No fucking country's paying that. They're not footing the bill, and we're still paying $5 for egg or 3. We're paying 12. Like everything is going up.
You paid $9 for a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
So a couple things that you may not realize are owned by Chinese companies. The entire Chicago Stock Exchange.
Don't China still own like $1 trillion worth of our debt?
Yes.
Oh
God. AMC Theaters.
That's crazy.
Oh shit.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's why they're looking. That's why they're looking. They're about to ban U.S. movies in China. Smithfield Foods, which is
like
large
ham?
Bacon,
Yep.
isn't that
Yes.
bacon?
Yep. Your bacon's about to go up.
Bacon's already up.
Bacon, I was say bacon been up.
Bacon's expensive as shit.
Right. Legendary Entertainment Group. You might remember them from movies like Jurassic World.
And Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pacific Rim, Warcraft, Jurassic World. Yep. GE Appliances.
Damn.
General Electric Appliances, an American company, is owned by China.
Thank God I bought that new refrigerator last year.
Facts though.
They're Motorola.
That don't surprise me though.
Yeah. And it did some Riot Games.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
And assorted hotels. That's just 10. That's just 10 that we wanted to kind of list.
Just
10.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I think I make a relatively decent salary and I'm hurting. I can only imagine. I can't imagine. They say now if you make less than $100,000, you are lower middle class. Before $100,000 was counted as middle class,
which is crazy.
You are now lower middle class if you make less than $100,000. I don't know many people who make $100,000.
Nope.
Shiv, has it been difficult?
Income's like 42.
Yeah, I think so. Which is and minimum wage is still piss poor.
Yep.
Shiv, have you been feeling it?
Slowly but surely. Wawa is doing everything they can to try to keep the prices of our stuff at a reasonable thing. Like at Wawa, you can still get a dozen eggs for like $4.49 in Pennsylvania.
$4.49? That's still high. Sorry.
Yeah, it's still high, but like compared to like $12,
right? But that's like COVID high. That's not like what?
Yeah,
that's not like Great Depression high.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like you can still get like a dozen eggs for like $4.49. Like Wawa just is springing out this whole like $2, $4, $6 deal with some of the stuff in our deli, you know. But again, they're trying to hold out as much as possible and trying to keep the prices within reasonable range, but we all know that these prices are going to go up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's going to look like at the end of the summer, like going into the holiday season.
Oh,
because like stuff usually come down a little bit in the summer anyway, but like over like once back to school hit, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, this shit is gonna be tough. The average U.S. salary currently is 65,000. Only 17% of American households make over 100K, and there's a lot of people underneath the poverty line. And remember, please, that's just the tariffs on China. Canada has tariffs on them, and have already stated that they are helping to build a coalition of trade agreements and partnerships to boost their economy that will not include America. Since their exact words was, since America doesn't want to lead, we will. By the way, Canada gives energy and electricity and power resources to New York, Michigan, I believe it was, and
it's like a couple of states in the
it's
Midwest.
a few states, yeah.
Yeah, they have the power to turn the power off. Yeah, Murder said pork fried rice about to be $25 with wings.
Girl, so can I tell you, I bought my son chicken fried rice and chicken lo mein, and it was like 21 something dollars, and I said, the fuck for what? That's crazy. For 2 quarts? Wow.
That's crazy.
That's diabolical.
But my son won't eat home. My son is autistic, for those of you guys who don't know. He will not eat it if I make it at home. I have to buy it from the Chinese food store. And my son was up until last year, severely underweight. So having to feed him food that is both calorie dense and nutritious has been a struggle. Like Chinese food was one of those things that like, if I needed him, please God, I needed him to eat some carbs, I knew I could always fall back on that and make sure that he ate something that was going to be filling, if not like totally like good for him. So
it's wild to me that like I had to decide whether I was going to get groceries or was I going to order something to eat. A cheesesteak and a soda was like $25. Dead ass.
Remember when cheesesteak was like $2?
Yo, the cheesesteak was like $16.50. The soda was like $5, but that's also Philly soda tax. And then delivery was about $25. For $25, I could go to the supermarket and literally buy me enough food to make my own lunch for maybe 3 days.
If you want, I got a BJ's membership.
No, nigga, I need your access card if you got one. Let me get them SNAP benefits, my G.
What SNAP benefits, bitch? I make entirely too much money, which is crazy.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to anybody with SNAP benefits out there.
Y'all selling stamps.
Yeah, that's SNAP benefits. Yes.
Yes, y'all selling stamps. Let me know.
Let me just give you a little history, and then we'll get ready to wrap up and get out of here. When Teffy Wonder talked about the precipice of the Great Depression after the golden age that they're trying to get us into, I just want y'all to know the highest inflation rate, the hike happened in 1917, right before the Great Depression. That means inflation increased the highest right before the Great Depression because of tariffs and because of a lot of things that are happening right now. The hike was over 20%. Imagine every U.S. good, product, clothing, everything jumping 20% in price over the next 2 years. Yeah. You might think, well, Kurt, that's not that big. That's a 20%. What I'll say to you is, even if you get those federal wage taxes put back into your money, whatever he gives you, take 20% out, and then it doesn't look as Right, immediately, because everything will just cost more.
So you getting 30% of your check back immediately. 20% of that 30% is gone. You only getting 10% of your check. That is a negligible amount of money.
Right. For all that, you might as well have.
You might as well keep the taxes.
Yeah, keep the
Lower
taxes.
the price of shit.
And that's if
hopefully
we
you
don't
can
beat that record.
Google.
This shit might go up higher.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the peak for the last time. That's not to say that it won't go up more, that things won't be more expensive.
I mean, we have more things than
Right.
they had in 19 whatever.
Right. They didn't have internet. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have
a lot
Everybody
of shit.
didn't have cars like and stuff like now.
Right. It was old timey.
Mm-hmm.
Look, y'all, stay safe in these economic streets. If you got a 401k, learn how to shelter your money. Please be actively involved in your financial benefits. I've lost, but not lost as much because I knew when to move my money. Also, I hate to say this, this is the greatest time ever in probably my entire lifetime for you to jump into the stock market and buy all of this shit while it's dirt cheap. If you want to be wealthy in the next 5 years, after this administration leaves and they turn shit back over and then the market it goes good again, buy everything now in the stock market.
The housing market probably finna crash. So get your little money together so you get your house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the time. Trump said it the other day. He said this is the time period that makes millionaires, and he's not wrong. And he's tanking it for a reason. There are wealthy people who are very happy about this tanking because they know they fitting to buy up all the shit you about to lose. That house that went in foreclosure, they buying it cheap. The fact that you can't pay your bills and whatnot, you losing your car, they're gonna buy it cheap. Oh, okay. You need money and you hurting, you selling off all your stocks at a loss, they're gonna buy it cheap.
Also, they all have underground bunkers and shit. So if we do go to World War III, they'll be fine. They just gonna hide out while the rest of us starve.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the positive. You ain't lying, Teff.
I'm saying there's a right-wing militia in Tennessee. There's like 3 of them that popped up. So
they got poor white people to protect them.
Right. So get your guns, people of color.
So wild.
Arm yourselves.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Poor, hungry people absolutely resort to war. So stay safe out in these black and nerdy streets. Thank you for tuning in to Head Nerds in Charge. As always, we try to provide you with all the information you need to keep your black ass out of jail and out of the grave. We headed for the poorhouse, folks, but I believe in you.
I believe it's crazy.
I believe in you people. And I think that I hate to say this. Little known fact. During the Great Depression, Black people had the best economic boom amongst demographics because we weren't allowed to have our money in the stock market and in the banks and the things like that. If there is something that we as people of color understand, it is struggle. These folks are just now going to learn about being poor. We've been operating in survival mode majority of our lives. So like Teffy Wonder said, stay your black ass home. Don't be protesting shit. Put your money up like you've been doing because you ain't invested before. But if you're going to invest, get it now while it's dirt cheap and tuck it away. And don't tell nobody. And stay safe out in these black motherfucking streets. We will see you next Wednesday with Girl Math, and we're going to try to figure out women. We'll see how that goes.
9, 8, 7,
hoes.